Scanning. Identity confirmed. Signal acquired. Initiating transmission. Stand by. Contacting Imperial High Council. Initiating Project Storytime.
Greetings, members of the Imperial High Council, and welcome to part 2 of my look at Dragon Age Origins. Now, where were we?
Get this elf out of the city. Today.
Agreed.
Oh, that's right. I've been recruited into the Grey Wardens because if I wasn't, I'd be executed for killing a man who wanted to kidnap and rape me. My mistake. So last time I mentioned I would go into more detail about the Darkspawn. So here it is. Basically, at the height of the Tevinter Imperium, a land ruled by mages, a group of them opened up a portal into heaven to be with the Maker. And the Maker was like, yeah, no. Cast them out and they were corrupted. And a very long time ago, there were these beings called Old Gods that the Maker had cast out. So these corrupted Darkspawn then went and sought them out and corrupted them and turned these Old Gods into an archdemon, which gives them guidance. The archdemon then led the Darkspawn on a war against the entire world, and things are going very badly until the Grey Wardens arrived and they figured out how to stop them. That happened 4 centuries ago, and it was called the Blight. And Duncan thinks that another one is on the way. So Duncan takes me from the Ferelden capital of Denerim all the way to the ancient Tevinter ruins of Ostagar. And apparently we walk because I don't see a horse anywhere.
Only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
This is Kalen, the king of all of Ferelden. Hopefully this goes better than the last time I interacted with the nobility. There have been several battles here with the Darkspawn already, and the king is beginning to doubt whether this is an actual blight or just an isolated incident.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do.
Duncan informs me that there are other Grey Warden recruits around. A thief named Davith that Duncan saved, and a knight from Redcliffe named Sir Jory. There's also a young Grey Warden named Alistair. Duncan gathers us together so that he can give us our fetch quest. Our important Grey Warden tasks. 1. Go to the Kikari Wilds and gather up some treaties hidden in an ancient Grey Warden stronghold. And 2, while we're killing Darkspawn, get some Darkspawn blood. It will be needed for our initiation. But before we head out, a poor little doggo needs help!
This isn't good. I'd hate to waste such a promising member of the breed. Are you the new warden? I could use some help.
The Kennel Master informs us that there's a flower that he can make a cure out of to help out the little doggo, and of course we're gonna try to help the pup. I also see an elven servant walking around, and I decided to ask him about information about the camp. I know how difficult it can be for us elves, and really, what does he have to worry about? I'm an honorable person.
Then what is... Oh, wait. Are you the one I'm supposed to give Sir Garland's sword to? Because I think the smith's done with it.
Yes.
Oh, that's such a relief. You really saved me from the switch for sure. I'd best get back to my duties again before I get in more trouble.
Poor deluded dope. So we take my new sword out to the Kikari Wilds, and there are Darkspawn around. We gather up the vials of blood that we need, get the flower for the doggo, and get the treaties. And that's when we find that a mysterious woman has been watching us. Morrigan.
Well, well. What have we here?
Voiced by Claudia Black. Grrr.
Stop looking at my breasts like that. 'Tis most disturbing.
Sorry, Claudia. Anyway, She informs us that the treaties are no longer there.
Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer? You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
Alistair, please don't make me look stupid in front of the witch. It turns out her mother has the treaties, and to call her mother as anything less than eccentric would be an understatement.
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings. You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She gives us back the treaties, and then we make our way back to the camp. I give the flower to the kennel master to help out the dog, and then we give the vials of blood to Duncan.
At last we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the first Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We are now ready to begin the initiation process. Duncan warns us this is dangerous, but once we agree to this, there is no turning back. However, we're Grey Wardens. What's the worst that could happen?
I am sorry, Davith.
Oh. Jory gets startled by this and pulls his sword on Duncan, and then in the confrontation, he is slain. Sonara, being the only recruit left, takes it, and well, really, I have a character shield, otherwise it'd be a really short game.
From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden.
Hooray! I'm now psychically linked to the Archdemon! Wait. Duncan asks me to join the war meeting with King Kalen and his top general and father-in-law, Loghain.
Every Grey Warden is needed now. You should be honored to join their ranks.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kalen. We must attend to reality.
The battle plan is pretty simple. King Kalen and the Grey Wardens will draw in the Darkspawn horde, and then when signaled, Loghain will flank them from the side to trap them. Timing is of the utmost importance, because if Loghain's men are delayed, it could spell disaster for the king.
Yes, Kalen. A glorious moment for us all.
Look at Loghain. That is a trustworthy face. You can count on him. Alistair and I are sent to the signal tower, and we are joined by two random soldiers, and we fight every step of the way just to get to the signal beacon. And then we find... an ogre. Oh goody. It's a tough fight, but we eventually bring it down and light the beacon to signal Loghain.
Sound the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
So let me get this straight. In order to avoid execution for killing a man who wanted to kidnap and rape my people, I had to join a band of warriors that play Russian roulette with Darkspawn blood, and it psychically links them to a demon dragon, only for you to run away. Dick. Without the reinforcements, the king's men are overwhelmed. Kalen puts up a brave fight, but he eventually is killed by an ogre. Duncan does what he can, until he too is eventually slain. But Alistair and I... Oh. Well, I thought this game would be longer. Alistair and I awaken in the cabin of Morrigan and her mother. Turns out, her mother is the legendary Witch of the Wilds, Flemeth. And she used her magic to save us and heal our wounds. However, Alistair and I are the only Grey Wardens left. Alistair mentions Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. His men were not at Ostagar, so he's still around. And then there's the simple fact that we have those Grey Warden treaties.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
Flemeth thinks that the plan is a good idea. However, she also wants us to take along Morrigan.
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
Oh, twist my arm that I must spend time with Claudia Black.
Stop looking at my breasts like that. It is most disturbing.
This is a potential problem. Mages are illegal if they're not part of the Circle of Magi. But we do need the help. Morgan suggests that we go to a little town called Lothering, and on the road we find our little pup friend. Well, after we take care of the Darkspawn, we're absolutely going to keep the doggo, and I know it's not very original, but yes, I name him Barkspawn like so many others. On the road just outside of Lothering, we find bandits hitting on refugees. Oh joy.
It's not really a toll. We're just robbing you, see?
How is it possible that I don't have the dumbest person here, and one of my companions is a dog? Unfortunately for these guys, two of us are Grey Wardens, one's a witch, and one's a seasoned warhound, so bring it. The people of Lothering know that the Darkspawn horde is coming, so they're trying to get out of here. We do a few odd jobs for them to try to help them out, mostly to gain XP. However, when we go to the tavern to see if we can drink our XP, we find some guys that Logain has left here. Turns out, the Grey Wardens have been named traitors to the crown. Jerk. A Chantry sister tries to intervene to try to stop any bloodshed from happening, but I am not going to get arrested by this clown. So a fight breaks out, and the Chantry sister joins in on the fight on our side.
Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
This Chantry sister believes that she was given a vision by the Maker to join us on our quest. Okay. Well, again, we need the help. During our XP quest for people, we encounter this.
I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
A Kunari warrior could be very useful in this battle. So we talked to the Chantry mother about releasing Sten into our custody. Sten is actually his rank, not his name, but we just treat it like it's his name because I'm kind of stupid. With Sten's release, we start to make our way out of town, and we encounter two dwarves getting attacked by Darkspawn. And, well, fighting Darkspawn has kind of become my job description.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
Everybody gets one. That night at camp, I have trouble sleeping, and this is when Alistair gives me more information about the Darkspawn connection that we have. That special concoction that we drank, it psychically links us to the Archdemon, which allows us to sense the Darkspawn presence, which in turn gives me nightmares. And if that's not enough, turns out the Darkspawn blood is poisonous. It is eventually going to kill me. So that's a little benefit I would have liked to have known about before I signed up. Alistair also reveals that he was actually raised by Arl Eamon and Redcliffe. So since we have a good inn there, Redcliffe seems like a good place to start as any. This is going to be a long, difficult, and arduous journey that will bring this band of people closer together. Right, Morrigan?
Stop looking at my breasts like that.
And with that, we're off to Redcliffe. Computer, save file and end transmission.
Affirmative. Processing. Terminating transmission. Ending communication.